Mark Wayne Mullen, the replacement of Christy
Because I want
Nome.
to keep our country beautiful and safe.
The Department of Homeland Security replacement. Mark Wayne Mullen, the replacement of Christy Nome. This man, this bloke.
I don't know,
The journalist who's talking to Trump is Rachel Scott. She's black. She happens to be black.
You know why? Because I want to keep our country beautiful and safe. Beautiful also. This place was a disgusting place. It was Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, and we had a terrible I don't know, you probably don't see dirt, but I do. And you walk down this pond, if you were to walk down, they'll tell you better than anybody. They had to take 11 or 12 truckloads of garbage out of that lake, out of that water, and it sat there for years like that. And that's not what our country is about. Our country is about beauty, cleanliness, safety, great people, not a filthy capital. That's such a stupid question you asked. We're fixing up the reflecting pond to
Trump,
the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, and you say, why are you fixing it up? Because you can understand dirt maybe better than I can, but I don't allow it. This is one of the worst reporters. She's with ABC Fake News, and she's
here we go. The fake news.
Why would you bother fixing this up? Why would I bother taking 11 or 12 truckloads of filth out of the water in front of the Lincoln Monument? That's what made our country great. Beauty made our country, people made our country great. A question like that is a disgrace to our country. Any other questions? Fake news. Yes, sir. Well, it's more than a one-page offer. It's an offer. We didn't know, but we were prepared. Circumstances wouldn't have done. What do you want to hear? A different tone. That's the only thing. A lot more than I do. Well, it's more than a one-page. We got rid of the first regime. We got rid of the second regime. We got rid of most of the third regime. And then they say.
Yeah. I will give you my candid thoughts on this whole thing. Trump was speaking to Rachel Scott in an acrimonious and hostile way. Don't get it twisted. He can disagree with Rachel politically. He can dislike Rachel Scott. He can be averse to Rachel Scott. He can hate. He can detest. He can do these things, yes. He doesn't have to agree with everything Rachel Scott is saying. He doesn't have to be a fan of hers or like her, but the way he was speaking to her was all the way inexcusable. It is what it is. You can't resort to impudent language, to insolent language, to indecorous language. You just can't resort to this. You have to remain disciplined, non-reactive, and temperate. The beautification, the prettification, the aestheticization of the National Mall and the gas and the inflation can be focused on simultaneously, yes. All of these things can be focused on simultaneously, but Trump makes it seem like these things can't be focused on simultaneously because he doesn't care what a lot of people of this country are going through economically or financially. He doesn't care. It is crazy. Both things are important. Don't get it misconstrued. Both are important, but the levels of importance are different. One is of higher importance. The other is of lower importance. One is of higher importance. The other is of lower importance. I think the gas prices are of higher importance. I really think this. I really believe this. I could be bugging though. Let me know. Am I bugging? Let me know. please let me know. But I think gas prices are of higher importance. I really think this. The inflation is of higher importance in my candid opinion, but I could be bugging. Y'all let me know in the comments. But the fact that DJT is putting the beautification of the National Mall, the fact that DJT is putting higher importance on the beautification of the National Mall is hateable. It is odious. It is crazy. Unbelievable. Moving on. As for the Dirt's comment, I don't sincerely believe that there was racist intent behind what he said. I genuinely disbelieve that he was being racist. Yes, he was being malicious. There was malice in what he was saying. There was malicious intent in what he was saying, yes. But he didn't make a racial reference. I don't think he made a racial reference or was equating the black community to dirt. He wasn't equating black people to dirt. But don't get it twisted. I do empathize with the people who think he was equating the black community to dirt. I do get where these left pundits are coming from. The woke pundits are coming from. The wokies. I get where they are coming from. Because the word dirt was used to dehumanize black people in the past. It was used to dehumanize blacks before. So I get it. I understand. I empathize genuinely all the way. It does look crazy. It does look racist to the people who missed the full context, who didn't see the full context. It does look crazy and racist to the people who didn't see the full context. But I genuinely disbelieve that he was being racially bigoted and racially hateful. But people can have their own opinions. They can disagree with me. It is okay. It is okay. It is all the way okay. Word. DJT, he was in front of the construction site at the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. His goal was to beautify, prettify, and aestheticize the National Mall, but there was no real proof to substantiate the claim that he was making a racial reference or being racially bigoted to black people. Yes, Rachel happens to be black, but he wasn't being derogative or denigratory towards black people when he said this dirt comment. He was really making a reference to the accumulation of filth, muck, and nastiness in the reflecting pool. The pool has been dirty, nasty, and mucky, and filthy for multiple years. So he thought it was necessary to resolve this. This is the thing he was referring to. This is the thing he was referring to: the accumulation of filth, muck, nastiness, and dirtiness in the reflecting pool. He wasn't saying black people are dirt. He wasn't being derogative when he said what he said to Rachel Scott. He wasn't being racially bigoted in this situation, in this case. So this invalidates the stuff the woke lefties were saying. This invalidates, this repudiates, this refutes the wild narrative, the wild assertion that these woke lefties were giving on their platforms, their channels. Yes, I get where they are coming from. Yes, it does look racist. It does sound racist. Dirt was used to dehumanize blacks before, yes. But he wasn't making a racial reference to black people. He was referring to the accumulation of the nastiness and the muckiness in the reflecting pool. He has immense care for a great image, a clean image, clean structures. Yeah. So The people, the lefties, the wokies who were saying the opposite of what I am saying now they were speaking in bad faith. It is what it is. Sorry. As for the fellow reporters of Rachel Scott's, certain lefties, multiple lefties were saying that they didn't come to Rachel's defense after Trump said the horror show comments, the disgrace to this country comments. But the reality is this: they did come to her defense on social media. They did come to her defense on social media, on X. They did say their opposition. They did make clear their opposition to the remarks he was saying, the disgrace, the horror show, the fake news, those comments. They did vocally oppose those remarks. So I give them plaudits. I do give them credits where it is due there. They do deserve their commendation, they do deserve laudatory remarks for vocally opposing those comments. But they are still but these people are still unlaudable because they didn't vocally oppose the pushing of the canards that Trump mouthed the words bitch, the profanity, the obscenity, the imprecation, bitch at Rachel Scott. This is a canard. This is a narrative. I do criticize the fellow journalists for not vocally opposing the pushing of the canards that Trump mouthed bitch at Rachel Scott by Fugazi Democratic pundits. I do criticize these people. They deserve it. It is crazy. It is detestable. You have to be consistent. You can't pick and choose what is terrible and what is not. You have to be all the way consistent. This is how I feel. This is my genuine belief, opinion. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah. This is all the way crazy. Certain people misread what Trump was saying. Certain people did misread what he said. He didn't mouth be at Rachel Scott. He didn't mouth anything at Rachel Scott at this point. He wasn't even discussing Rachel Scott. He was discussing some worker, some security person, or another type of worker. When he mouthed what he mouthed something different. What he mouthed was he's a big shot. This is what he mouthed when he was by some security person or another type of worker. He mouthed he's a big shot. This is what he mouthed, not bitch. Yeah. People thought he said bitch because they hate Trump so much. They threw away logic. They threw away integrity. They threw away impartiality. They threw away balance. They threw away reason because they detest him so much. They abhor him so much that they didn't care. They purposely deceived. They purposely said mendacious things. It is crazy, bro. It is a shame. It is all the way to be deplored. It is all the way trash, crappy, cruddy, crummy, whatever synonym you want to say. It is, yeah. This is the reality. Yeah, you can't. People can hate Trump. You can hate Trump, bro. Don't get it twisted. I don't support Trump anymore. I used to, but not anymore after he oscillated in multiple stances and multiple things. But I don't hate everything Trump does and says. Just because I dislike him now, this doesn't mean I will lie to please certain people. No. I will remain in accordance with integrity, morality, scrupulousness, those things. I won't deviate to please certain people, to protect, to appease, to placate, to mollify people who are fragile, who are sensitive. No, bro. The truth is the truth, no matter The truth is the truth regardless. The truth is the truth regardless. The truth is the truth regardless. So, yeah. Yeah, the people, the pundits, the wokies, the woke lefties, the woke commentators on the left who said he was mouthing bitch were inaccurate. They were incorrect. They were off. They were wrong. But will they apologize sincerely? Will they give sincere apologies? Will they show real contrition for what they did? Will they be truly penitent, truly repentant? The answer is a lot of them won't. Certain people won't. A lot of people won't be contrite or apologetic genuinely. I will be surprised if certain people do show contrition, if certain people do give sincere apologies, if people do show sincere contrition. I will be surprised all the way. But I don't think the people who shamelessly said he was mouthing bitch and being sexist to Rachel Scott with no evidence will show real contrition. I don't think it will happen, but we will see. But I think they won't, because they are shameless people. They have no care for the truth. They have no care for integrity. They have no care for honor. It is really sad. It is all the way sad. It makes me sick. It really does sicken me all the way. That they have no care for integrity or honor. All they have care for is democratic a-kissery, attention, and approval. All they have care for is democratic a-kissery, approval, and attention. It is what it is. These people, they won't give they won't give apologies. If they do give apologies, the apologies most likely won't be sincere, but I could be wrong. I am open to being wrong, but these people are so intransigent, so stubborn, so goofy that they will not take responsibility or accountability or own up sincerely, because they have so much detestation for Trump. They disagree with him politically. They dislike him so much. They are so averse to Trump that they won't own up to the transgressions they did. So F these people, but no hate, no hate. It is reality. Reality isn't hate, but goofy people will equate the two. It is what it is. It isn't my problem, it is theirs. This is the end of this commentary video. I will hit you with this. I say this to those who pushed the canard, no Luke. Your own dank reputations are what your mart show Duke. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If y'all like this commentary video, hit the like button, comment, share, sub. Let's get my channel to 100K subs this year, bro.